The biggest. That's the big story.
Mm-hmm. You want to turn sideways or something? They said Nick Cannon.
Or rotate the bike.
What's that mean?
Was it locked? And then
I don't have my orientation lock. I never do.
Oh, kind of strange occur. Take,
My orientation not locked. I don't never lock my orientation.
That's weird.
What's up, y'all?
You tiptoeing.
We're trying to figure out what's going on with this camera. Hold on. Let's see if it'll do it. It won't do it that way either.
Go ahead and go start over. 3 people.
Okay, y'all. I bet. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. It's not allowing us to do it.
Yeah. Peace. What's up, Ramon? Ramon.
Ease over here beside me.
Yeah. Keep going.
Just my stomach. Just busting out of this thing. I'm trying to push it. Make it go back.
Oh, okay.
What's up, y'all? Y'all know when I gotta stop letting my Virgo come out. That's the Virgo in me. Y'all gotta excuse me. It is what it is, but my stomach and my stretch marks. I wasn't trying to show y'all all that.
Nah, she was. That's why I looked like, what you doing? Yeah, she was like, my tummy. Looking in the camera.
I had a Virgo moment.
What'd you say? What'd you say, babe?
You know, Virgo is my sun sign.
It can't be your sun sign.
I mean my rising sign. I'm sorry.
Bikini.
And Scorpio is my moon.
Peace. Yeah.
Roll call.
What's happening?
Go ahead, roll call, baby.
Yeah, well.
I say.
I mean,
in between E.
Oh, okay.
Vegan
Flex,
cheese
what's up,
bread.
man? Yeah, Ramon. Again. Yeah, that's everybody that didn't come in. Well, we got a few of y'all in here, man. We just wanted to get on here and just chop it up. Yeah.
Look, y'all. Peace, y'all. I'm eating me some berries and some coconut milk whipped cream.
What's up?
It's the weekend. It's Friday.
The
whipped cream's so good. That's the best part. How you don't want the whipped cream? You don't like it?
Oh, thank you, Leslie.
Weirdo girl.
Babe, can you pass me a spoon right there?
Thank you, Leslie. May that return to you 36 to 100 fold, sister. To be the first one to do that, Leslie. Real talk. That's such a blessing. So, as y'all know, it's been so much going on where I was just like, you know what? We're going to go live Friday. And y'all questions and stuff, we've been reading the questions. We're going to address that. We're going to try to not be on here for too long. Okay, but we want to address the things that you all have been wanting us to address. What's up, BB Life? Peace to you, weirdo. Peace to you, Kirk Washington. Huh? I put what in what?
You put that lime.
I didn't put lime juice on top of yours, baby. It's made out of coconut milk.
Baby, it's on one plate.
No, I'm saying it's not on the top. The lime juice is just on the crust.
Yeah,
On mine. I didn't put no lime juice on the crust on yours. And then I poured the berries down the middle of it after I did that. Because I knew you didn't want no lime juice. What's up, y'all? That's how I separated it. With the berries.
Babe, it's all on one plate.
Okay.
It's lime juice.
Okay, baby. So I was trying to do this from my other device so I have access to my notes and I don't. So I can use them from Ernest's phone. But I wanted to start off with this. It's a lot going on as far as like August Alsina and Jada Pinkett and Will Smith. That movie, The Affair. Remember we told y'all that movie was #1?
The Affair? Yeah.
So you can see what the agenda is here because it's just too much of the same. You know. Yeah, y'all be sure to like. What's up, Flex? Thank you, fam. You know, it's just like here's a black couple in Hollywood, and I know that they're trying to. I mean, it is what it is. If they got an open relationship or whatever, they get hall passes, whatever, it's their business. You know, they grown. They making this seem like this is like big news to us. And every time you look at your phone, like this all you seeing in the media. And it's like, what is really going on? And they're sacrificing, they're using Will Smith and Jada Pinkett as the damn scapegoat so that we ain't paying attention to what's really going on in Hollywood. You feel me? Not the good kind. So I was just like, you know, this is a trip to see this playing out like this because you can see exactly what it is. They see that the gods and goddesses that we are awakening. And as we are awakening, we are finding people who are matching our energy, right? So they got to figure out a way. No, they ain't got to figure out. They already got it figured out, okay? This is very high magic. What the people do, the 13 bloodlines, those that run and own everything, okay? There is no black owned nothing. It's black owned, but I bet you they're tiered up under Viacom or somebody else because that's the way the pyramid scheme is set up for the Illuminati to stay in power. So what we have happening here is black people have become the sacrificial lamb. So it goes from black people getting shot, to black people getting choked to death, to black people getting lynched, to now black people creating Black Lives Matter, even though we didn't really do that. That's not ours, you know. George Soros set that up, from my understanding. Then black people rioting. Then the Confederate, you know, statues, black people are demanding that we take them down and all of that. You just pay attention to how the stage been set up. And when you pay attention, you'll even sometimes be able to know what the next move is. So with that being said, they're creating chaos. This is chaos magic at its finest. They're creating chaos magic. And what they're doing is they're drawing our attention so that they can draw that energy in to do whatever it is they really doing, whatever they really up to. People is not worried about what Jada is doing with her yoni that much like that. They're creating, they're churning it up, having new stories released, new information, you know, churning him up. Let me tell y'all something, what I know from being a magician, a sorceress, a witch, an energy worker, a tarot card reader, intuitive. You have to, if there's something big you're trying to accomplish, you got to conjure up energy. Whether you use energy from herbs, whether you use energy from actual entities, or you decide to use energy from your own juices, blood, semen, anything like that, you need energy, you know, to accomplish certain things. So from standing at this perspective looking, I see that this is high magic being done to cause the people who are getting free to be put back into oppression. And you look at the whole Kanye situation, like look at the timing. The timing is so perfect. So you got Kanye exposing the truth at a concert, okay? Talked about Facebook. We know what all he talked about and who won right. He was trying to help us to something. He was trying to let us know that with Facebook, that's social engineering. Tavistock Institute. He was speaking in code. And what happened for him doing that? So now he done been lobotomized and whatever else they did to him, reprogrammed his whole structure of how he think. It took him, 8 months, his friend said or so, that he couldn't even really talk. And when he could only talk about his dolls, his G.I. Joes that he was playing with. Completely wiped this man's memory. So that's why in his tweets, he was talking to his wife and his mother-in-law the way he was. And saying, come and get me. Because I know y'all trying to put me back in that place and put me on the pills. To have me around here where I can't even think for myself because the medication just took over my whole personality. Then trapped my whole soul where I can't even be my authentic self because I'm drugged up. I mean, I feel him. He's in a really, really terrible situation. And he ain't got his mama here with him. If only he was deep enough into metaphysics, I feel like his mama could help him. Why he ain't thought to do that? Probably because they wiped his brain.
He probably still grieving from that too, though. Yeah,
I believe that.
All of that's still painful at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that.
You know what I'm saying? We don't never know the inner workings, but to lose your mom in times when it seems like everybody is against you. For most of us as black men, either our mothers or our grandmothers were their refuge, those individuals that we could go to, and they would, you know what I'm saying, they would be able to encourage us and, man, help us to know that, hey, it's all right, push through. Yeah.
And now he don't have
none of it. Yeah.
That's hard. Yeah. Especially when that was who you went to when you were at your lowest, right? Yeah. So you see how this spiritual attack is being directed to the black man, just like I said it would. Now, we go from that to his video famous where he had the clones laying in the bed and one of them was Trump. Go back and remember the people that was laying in that bed. Kanye was communicating something then. You know what I'm saying? So it was more than one reason why they did that to him. It wasn't just because of the concert. Okay, he was dropping too many, you know.
Yeah, he was always
breaking the oath.
Over the top. Yeah, he was over here.
So so then you have, after that, because of that video, and it's like making fun of Trump, they programmed him to go to the White House, do that whole fiasco, to stand beside Trump, just for Trump to say, he's a good old boy.
Right.
Good old boy. Kind of shit is it? And Kanye cool with it. That was code communication that the job is done. They told him the only way we'll know for sure that y'all fixed Kanye and he ain't gonna be no threat is if he go to someone he made fun of in a music video and made a whole clone of him and put him in the bed like he was having orgy. Like, that's a no-no. You know, people in the White House, you don't do shit like that about people in the White House or on their way to the White House, you know. Somebody would have did that to Obama, they would have, ain't no telling how they would have went for them. You know what I'm saying? So we go take the person he was mocking, and then that's going to be the person that he got to stand beside and get called a boy.
Basically.
So then that's when the racism incited with his hat. So he's programmed now. His hair is blonde. He's programmed. You see how they think way farther ahead of us. So that's why, y'all, we have to train ourselves to be 4D, 5D minded so we can think ahead of them. That's the only way the new earth is going to anchor. We have to get ahead of them. We have to be able to take our vibrations to a stronger, more consistent vibration that we hold for shit to change. This is an energy war. This is a spiritual war.
Because we ain't fighting it physically.
You can't fight this physically. Look at Nick Cannon. Now we got Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
He done messed around and said that the Ashkenazi Jews, Khazars, ain't the real Jews. Black people is the real Jews. And it's true.
But why? Yeah.
You know? I mean, but I don't think he was prepared for the smoke. And
he was probably feeling that energy from Professor Griff's presence.
Yeah. And he
And
wanted to be able to say what he wanted to say.
yeah, because he know,
he been
know.
suppressed. He doing that whole show, that whole classroom thing to come to re-educate others as he re-educates himself. That's why he's doing that. Now, I'm not making excuses for him dissing Francis Cress Wilson. That shit ain't cool. I'm not saying that that's okay. Y'all know how we are about our master teachers and those who laid this path for us to be here. They're very near and dear to our hearts. Some of them are even on our ancestor altar. Real talk. So y'all know that's not what this is.
Right.
Now, the night that it happened, this is what I said to Ernest. As an empath, I'm a fucking weirdo. I'm just gonna say it. I astral projected that night during my sleep, and I also did remote viewing. When I did the remote viewing, what I saw was threats that were concerning his children. And it freaked him out, and he didn't know what to do. So initially, he didn't want to backpedal. Initially, he really felt that's really how he felt. But once those phone calls come in and you walk outside and them black vans outside your kid's house and you and the mom ain't together no more, y'all probably on two different sides of the earth, you know you can't even get to them fast enough. You already know some shit about what go on in Hollywood because of how long you been in it. You was with Mariah Carey, who said that her husband at the time, what's his name, that owned the whole label, Ron something. Mariah Carey's husband, Steve something, that big time producer. Or anyway, Michael Jackson and Mariah Carey were close friends. Mariah Carey called Michael Jackson freaking out, saying he had put cameras and microphones everywhere in the house and all of her cars, and everywhere she went, she was being tracked. Steve something. He's a big time producer, the ex-husband of Mariah Carey. Then Michael Jackson was the one she called when she was freaking out. And I don't know if he was finna have her killed or what, but something was happening. Michael Jackson went over there and personally got her and took her back to his place because she didn't feel safe in her home. And then that's when she got divorced from this big time record label owner. So them type of people. Nick Cannon probably has heard the stories from Mariah Carey of what he used to do to her. You found it? Put all of Mariah Carey husbands. I don't know how many times she been married. Both Mariah Carey husbands, ex-husbands. So that's a backstory that a lot of people don't know. You know. So Nick is looking at all of this like, damn. I really want to be that type of ninja. Tommy Mottola. And remember Michael Jackson came out and did a whole press conference and said Tommy Mottola was the devil when he was fighting to get his masters. And all of this just so be happening at the same time that Tamar is trying to get her masters. And she has found out that she's now a slave, the way Prince did, who got his masters after taking them to court 2 separate times, finally getting them. And then what happens? He's overdosed. They were sending a message to Tamar. All right, Tamar, your ass might not get found on the elevator, overdose, but you already know how we get down. Do y'all see all these synchronicities and entanglements?
Well, I mean, she knew all of that though. She ain't stupid by no chance. She got a couple of sisters that especially with Tony being so successful in the music industry. Yeah, she by no stretch. Yeah. So she knew all of that was going on, and that's why she said what she said in regards to, I'll be better off if I take my life.
And now we got Nick Cannon. They say he's suicidal now. So what's really going on? This is a spiritual war.
Everything boils down to the mind and the war that is on for the mind.
Ernest, Tamar Masters may not be worth anything to you or to us, but they're worth a lot to her.
Exactly.
Because it's her blood, sweat, and tears that went into whatever work she did in the time. And on top of that, she feels like it's only because of them having the show that her family is so broken apart right now.
That's Hollywood.
That's how they do people. They ruin families. They ruin marriages.
It has to be messy, and it needs to sell. So whatever sells, drama sells.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, Carolyn, that's it.
Yeah.
So people be like, well, why are you paying attention to what's going on with the stars? Because this is how you can, when you are woke, this is how you decode the spiritual warfare that you are in. You should pay attention to everything. I ain't saying you got to be into that and watching Love and Hip Hop every day, and but pay attention to what's in the headlines so that you can learn how to decode those headlines.
So how hard is that, knowing that the whole Cabalic system is full of its own oracles and witches and everything, and so here we are, fast forward to the present day, because it's been going on for so long. We are just coming into this awareness, and we're just coming into awakening and knowing the power that lies within us. People have to know and understand that that's a part of the reason why there needs to be some unification amongst us. Because how can as individuals, like it's just two of us. Yeah, we're powerful. We know we're powerful. But with us and all of you and more, we're even more powerful. Facts that they invade my dreams sometimes, but I blow it up.
See? Let me tell y'all something. People was getting on Nick, and this, that, and the other. The thing about it is, until you have dealt with people who kill babies and eat them, force mothers who just gave birth to a baby to kill the baby and drink the baby's blood out of the baby's skull. I posted the video. See, the story wasn't enough for me. I wanted to find some survivors of this shit, and I did. And I posted that video. This is why I stay up all night long sometimes researching, because it is that important for us to know what's going on, because you perish for lack of knowledge. So when I found that video, those testimonies, and we know that that's what they do, can you imagine what would be going through a father's mind about his children just because he wanted to speak his truth? I don't see nothing wrong with him being like, you know what, I apologize. I wasn't trying to offend nobody. I apologize. I would have backpedaled too. And it's not about being, well, he should be G status, It's not about that. It's when you got kids, shit is a whole lot different. Now, if he would have did that and he ain't have no kids, I kind of would have been like, well, if you ain't willing to die for the cause, don't talk about it on that level. But since he got kids, I have thought myself, like, babe, do we really want to keep doing this channel? We got kids and grandson, this pisses people off. Well, we don't want to piss off the wrong people, kind of thing.
Well, you know what though? At the end of the day, we all, you know what I'm saying, victims. We all under persecution.
Yeah.
All under persecution. You know what I'm saying? If we're in the skin that we in, we're definitely suffering. We're definitely undergoing a lot of persecution, and it's psychological. It's physical, but it's more psychological than anything, because it's all programming. What we listening to, what we watching, everything that we see, the messages, the subliminals, it's all programming. And so what happens is a lot of people get involved in things unknowingly. and don't know how deep so-called their rabbit hole goes, or know how deep or the extent of what they're involved in is rooted in, man, just a lot of ill shit. You know what I'm
Which
saying?
goes back to
like
the Talmud.
I don't think some about people would have gotten into playing with, man, all kind of homosexual acts. You know what I'm saying? Just because you've gotten in a particular industry, entertainment, and that's the way it go. That's the way they get down. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we don't grow up being like, yeah, when I get old, I'm gonna be a star, and then I'm gonna start, no. No. You had that dream when you young to be successful and be an entertainer and be a star or something like that. And then you get turned out.
Yeah.
Once you get to a certain point, you get turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Either you're gonna get turned out or you're gonna go home. And you're gonna have to forget about it. It's almost like taking them pills, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, the real, yeah, and I Flex, I saw what you said about the Atlanta rappers. You're absolutely right. Because, I told y'all in 2018 that rappers was going to start waking up.
Mm-hmm.
And I told y'all that I was shown that they were going to start putting these things in their music, right? I told y'all that. After I told y'all that, fast forward 2 years, I told y'all about the masquerade card that's in the Illuminati card game, where it uses rituals, having black people, rappers, use their energy as the channel, using their vessel, their voice as the channel for rituals and chantings that was given to them and inspired by some of the energies that they work with. The energies that the Cabal, I'm not going to call any of their names, but I know them, but the energies that the Cabal works with to stay in power.
Mm-hmm.
See, y'all have to understand, in order for them to stay in power, right? In order
for
them
been
to
in
stay
power for a long time.
Exactly. In order for them to stay in power, there must be a sacrifice. Every time is necessary, you got to make a sacrifice. That's how they work.
Yep.
So our young children, our young women, our daughters and sons are being recruited into some shit they not ready for, because they coming from a Christian background, maybe a Muslim background,
or coming from a place of poverty
and don't know nothing about nothing.
When you coming from a place of poverty, everything you just looking up. You know what I'm saying? You in that state of where, like, whatever is better than this, I'm finna take that opportunity.
And that's why those are the ones that get signed so soon. That's why those are the ones that they so quick to throw the houses at, and to make sure I can't even keep up with the new rappers coming out. I'm like, damn, how this ninja right here got 25 million views and it's been uploaded 13 hours. I don't even know this person. Kids, do y'all know this rapper? They just coming out of nowhere. I told y'all 2 years ago that the Cabal was gonna do this with the rappers. But what happened was they messed up. With XXX Temptation, they messed up. With Juice WRLD, they messed up. They ended up letting two dudes who was awakening get a record deal, and what happened? Now all of the people that follow them looking into lucid dreaming, looking into the third eye, trying to understand the Kundalini spirit. They like, oh shit, we fucked up. Oh, we should have got the psychics on that when somebody dropped the ball. Where was the natal reading on XXX Temptation? I had no idea that he knew anything but drugs and bitches and rims. Like, this how it really went. So what happened? Now they gone. It's another one. I can't think of his name right now. It's a whole bunch of them, really.
Yeah.
Then Pop Smoke. We don't know what all Pop Smoke knew.
That energy it has been stirred up, so it ain't no, you know what I'm saying?
Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Prodigy.
Yeah.
See, the war, this is the World War III, in my opinion, World War III is against the black man.
Exactly.
And by default, the black woman and the black child. That's the true World War III. That's why they keep pushing this racist shit. So a movie out called The Guard, and I tried my best to watch this dang movie on Netflix, and I think Red Pill was talking about it. He watched it. Me and Ernest tried to watch it. He probably could have kept going. But how I am, my nervous system is so sensitive to energy. I'm literally seeing who was sitting at the table writing this bullshit, and I'm seeing why they was writing. I was like, baby, I promise you, the movie hadn't even started yet. And I said, I already know what's gonna happen. He said, what? I knew the whole script. I said, it's gonna start off, it's gonna be something about Moors or Africans or ancient Egypt. Then I said they're gonna make the white people look superior. That happened within the first 5 minutes of the movie. Then they go demonize a black man, a black person within the first 5 minutes of the movie. In the next 5 minutes of the movie, here come the black man. I can't think of his name, but he's a well-respected black man in Hollywood. I respect him. Everything I ever saw him in was really good, you know. Put him in there. I never saw him play a bad guy before. So they take the good guy that from all the movies and make him the bad guy. So I'm sitting right there peeping game.
Reputation and image of being upstanding. Yeah.
So, you know, it's kind of like when Denzel first took that role
of Training Day.
It was like that. One of them moments. So I was like, okay, I'm peep this. Okay, maybe it has nothing to do with race. Maybe I'm just tripping and it's got nothing to do with race. Okay. So now here comes Charlize Theron. Okay. Here she come. And we find out that they are immortals. The ones without the eumelanin are mortals. Immortals. They never die. So the black man was telling them that it was some little black kids kidnapped that they needed to save. Y'all, do y'all hear this? What has been happening in the black community with our children? Our children have been being kidnapped, going missing, and sometimes found and murdered, and most times never found at all. Like, why would you put some shit like that in the movie right in the middle of when it's happening? That's like putting out a movie of making fun of the people who died from coronavirus and it's still happening. You don't do shit like that. So now I'm watching it like, I can't watch this. I don't think I can do it. I'm trying though, baby. I'm trying. The action parts is good. The action part was really good. But to continue to watch that.
When you discern what it is, it just.
So after we saw Charlize Theron and all of the white people with her, all of the Europeans with her. All of the Europeans follow her in to save the little black messiahs. Okay. And the black man had set them up to get murdered. So one really no black kids to save. So the immortals get in there and they got all their guns. They're like, wait a minute. And then before they knew it, they get shot. I'm talking about like from every direction. So I'm sitting there like, okay. I looked at Ernest. I said, Ernest, you know what's finna happen? They finna get up. He was like, what? I was like, yep, they finna get up. Soon as I said that, here they go. Eyes open. They ain't dead no more. Get up. You already know what's finna happen. The black people with the guns who shot them is now gonna get shot. They was dressed in all black. So whether all of them was black or not, or African, I don't know. But it was symbolic of representing black. Guess who died, and guess who walked out of that place? You know who died in that gunfight, right? So now this is them doing high magic, using the silver screen, using the minds of every person that interfaces with that movie, especially those who are unconscious of their consciousness, to perpetuate the supremacy that they have had over us. By saying, no, we are immortal, damn it. You're not immortal. We can kill you this easy with some guns. That's all we need to kill you, and it's over. It's a wrap. Because you don't know nothing about the afterlife, because we got you scared of that shit, because grandmama drug you to church every Sunday. Oh, most of these ninjas don't know nothing. They too scared of Lucifer to even find out that Lucifer means enlightenment. They too scared of Lucifer to even find out that Lucifer is the morning star, just like Jesus is. So if it's okay to worship Jesus, it ought to be okay to at least read up on Lucifer. Like, they minds ain't free. You cannot fight with guns, because we're not 3D people. 9 ether hair people were created to be 5D people in this timeline. Now there are some white people who about that 5D. They about that 5D life. But we know, we already went over the science with the great masters within our community. You know, Frances Cress Welsing, she was such a brave, courageous woman to speak out like that against a white supremacist. So my point in saying this is how deep this war is. I couldn't even watch the rest of the movie. And I think Red Pill was saying how her name was Adrenochrome, but they was calling her Andy for short or something like that. You know, so it's like, you already know what it's about. Kidnapping kids, melanin theft, organ, the black organ market. The vampiric, that's why they immortal. To me, it represented being vampiric, living forever.
Exactly.
So how can we say Nick Cannon is wrong unless you
in his shoes?
Like, real talk.
But we never know.
You don't know how you go respond,
right,
until you in a situation, and that's a situation for your ass.
Yeah.
We've been calling on angels and the ancestors to help out along, because they people just like us. And me and Ernest could have easily ended up in the music industry. I actually had an opportunity. Lisa Ray's manager, I had a meeting with Lisa Ray's manager, and he was going to take me to Hollywood to immediately had me auditioning for roles. This was back when I didn't know if I wanted to keep rapping or not, and I kind of wanted to act instead. I met him through Master P. And I turned it down. But what if I would have been needing money that bad enough, or just been in a situation where I saw no other way? I could have very well turned into one of those people. So that's why I'm slower to say what they wrong about.
Right.
Y'all don't know the kind of power that they work with.
I mean, but you know what I'm saying? We just don't know, so we can't speak on it no way.
It could be something simple like invoking and summoning a particular ancient demon to make your kids have nightmares every night for the rest of their life. It could be something where they ain't even got to touch them.
Yeah, you sure right.
That's crazy. Yeah, I definitely believe that. So, TV show The Passage with the white guy from Saved by the Bell. He's supposed to be protecting his psychic black girl. What? Well, it's called The Passage. No, we hadn't seen that, Gaia. The Passage. Is it on Netflix? I'm gonna go look it up. Matter of fact, we're gonna look that up and watch that tonight.
The Passage.
Oh yeah, Carolyn, that's right. I did. I touched on some of this when I was on there with Dr. Bay. Yeah, absolutely. So let me tell y'all what y'all probably don't want to know. Or might not be ready to know, but it's the truth. And I have to give it to you. And we're going to get off after this. We'll update y'all on what we finna get ready to do special for y'all. Yeah, I know we got love for y'all. But, so with the level of magic that they're working with, I feel like if all of the master teachers in the conscious community came together with those who were more militaristic to be the first line of defense, you know what I'm saying, and to have our ancestors as a line of defense, I think that we could come together and have some bills that would possibly lead to some solutions for us. I do believe that. And that would be something I would love to participate in. And I'm sure a lot of y'all would too.
Mm-hmm. I can tell.
It's something that's never been done before.
I can tell this movie is a decode.
Yeah, we're gonna have to watch this. Soon as we get off, we watching it. Thank you for that.
I can tell that's something to decode.
It's a spiritual attack. That's right. So listen, this is the smartest thing ever. I've been working with Lilith. And I just love and adore Lilith. Oh my goodness. Lilith is straight. She like the shadow best friend. You know what I'm saying? She like your shadow's best friend, your shadow's big sister. Fuck that, your shadow's mother. You know, and she's like, I'm going to teach you how to work with your shadow. Your shadow don't have to be the enemy. Mm-hmm. I'm going to teach you how to make allies with your shadow. I'm going to teach you how to allow your shadow to help you go forward. You know, get you out of the sunken place. Real talk. But Lilith been demonized so much in our minds.
Very tough.
And in our generations. Mm-hmm. Even if you ain't read no Bible, the demonization of Lilith is in your genetics. Mm-hmm. It's in your cellular memory. Mm-hmm. Once your bloodline say curse to a specific demon, that demon is not going to work with you. So it's by design that they have shut us out using religion so that we can't have access to the ancient netters and the ancient orishas and gods and goddesses. Yep. So we're having to figure out a way to get access, and the way to doing that is clearing the karma, paying off the debt, using ancestor money, feeding your ancestors. You know what I'm saying? Giving them energy, talking to them, ask them to help you when you need help, like having a real relationship with them. Yep. This is the only way to deal with this. Once you have done that, because the ancestors are always the ones that's going to stand between us and the primordial forces that we call netters, orishas, and gods. Mm-hmm. So once you get that breakthrough, they will start communicating with you, and they will let you know when they want to work with you. So that's how I started working with Yemaya, Sekhmet, and Isis. So I've already worked with primordial energies. And I can tell you, they're scary as hell. It's true. But it's just because it's the energy I'm not used to. But exactly. it wanted to do me no harm.
It's that fear of the unknown.
It's just the fear of the unknown. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So with that being said, the very thing that could help us and save us, they got most of us blocked out. Or we interested and would like to learn how to work with those energies, but don't know how.
Yeah, and it's so taboo.
And because it's so taboo, maybe part of you is like, dang,
everybody ain't ready to separate from family, friends, and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Because once you do it, it's a wrap on those relationships. They'll never be the same.
Right.
You know.
Right.
You might still talk and stuff, but it'll never be like it used to be. And me and Ernest learned that hard lesson. Mm-hmm. But you gotta be true to you, and you have to live your life and your path the way it best suits you. Yeah, you can't live like that. No one. That is the most unspiritual thing a person can do, is to force someone else to live their life the way they see fit, and your ass just a human, just like me, trapped in religion. That's sick. That's terrible. That right there. That should be illegal spiritually to do that to another soul. That's blasphemy.
That should be the crime.
That's blasphemy.
Yeah.
That you go tell a goddess, blasphemy against the Holy Spirit is unforgiving, right? Mm-hmm. So if I'm a god, if he's a god man and I'm a god woman, a goddess, then that means that we have awakened to our divinity. We have awakened to our sovereignty. And we live and operate our lives as gods and goddesses, meaning we're taking on all accountability. And you take that and you have it's just like the way they set it up is like, yeah, being this way will help and change things, but we're gonna set it up where people around you go feel such a way about it. You go be apprehensive and you're not gonna be able to be your true self.
Yep.
So even though you believe in it or studying it or going in that direction, you're not gonna fully be able to practice it. See, that's the same shit they did on the plantation. It's the exact same shit, except the shackles is on our spirit, and which is our mind. Our mind is where our spirit speaks to us.
That's the prison.
Your pineal gland is how you visualize, how you get these downloads. That's all inside the mind. And the heart is entangled because we gave our heart to Jesus Christ.
And that's why everything has been to calcify that pineal gland. From using fluoride.
So basically stoning us.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Basically still stoning us. Just stoning this one right here.
So there will be no spiritual connection.
Inner stoning. Inner lynching. So there's no spiritual connection. So we are working on doing our research and studying and seeing what's really up about these deities and netters and stuff that's got this bad rap. Maybe they was like us. Maybe they are us. Because we got a bad rap. And a lot of the stereotypes and a lot of the things that's said and been put on us is not true. So what if the demons is the exact same way? What if the demons get shit done? And so to keep us from being able to tap into that spiritual power, they say, ooh, stay away from them though. But go over to these. Just think about it.
But we know better now that you use both.
Well, you don't use them deities, but you use the Christ consciousness teachings, but not the Christ that we were given.
No. I wasn't talking about no Jesus.
Oh, okay. Well, that was the last statement I was on. I wasn't sure.
I'm talking about you're gonna use your light and your dark.
Oh, yeah. You got to break it down.
Yeah, you definitely gonna use your light and your dark. We were taught to stay away from the dark. Only deal with the light. Those angelic beings. Oh, you could pray to. You got people praying to angels.
Yeah.
But that's just, man. That's our makeup. And so only until we begin to really come into the knowledge of who we are.
Exactly, Flex.
Until we begin to come into the knowledge of who we are, we will tear down all of those blocks. And we'll begin to uncover and dig up and find truth in everything.
Tell them about the t-shirts too.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And then we're gonna make the book available for them on the website.
We got some new merchandise coming. Several things actually. But yeah. If you all would definitely go to the website, and we're going to be updating, adding these items to the store. But we want to get some get some pre-orders. So if you go to the website, and definitely let us know that you're interested in getting some of the t-shirts. It's the namesake.
Yeah.
The Widow Gang.
We'll send them to you. They look really good too.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna read this, and we're gonna wrap up after this, okay? Listen to this. I wrote this from an episode of Superstition. It was a black run, black produced, black directed, black written show called Superstition.
That had to be one of the best shows ever.
And they cut it off. If you can find it, go find it.
Mario Van Peebles.
Yes, go find it by Mario Van Peebles.
That junk there.
He dropped so much knowledge about the Moors, about the voodoo system, hoodoo, every magic working you can think of, he put in there and was showing you how to do it. He even had Jasmine Guy in there. So he had a really good cast. It was just, I mean, if you really want to learn magic and alchemy and transmutation, watch that if you can find it. But of course, they took the show off.
Oh yeah, like.
And you know why they shut it off?
Put it like this: it was your what's the other one we watch all the time? The Brothers.
Yeah, Supernatural.
But basically, it's the black Supernatural.
But it's way better than that, though.
It was.
For those who watch Supernatural like me, it's way better.
It was way better.
So listen to this. This is from this episode. Number 1. The archons are those in doctors with dark agendas and white coats. This is what I got from this. Okay? Now, number 2. The vibration of the right woman who matches your frequency will increase strength and spiritual abilities that can be used in athletics and spiritual warfare and life's obstacles. That was something else that I learned. Yeah, are y'all feeling this? This is the twin flame energy. And what happens when you come together with a twin flame, it increases your strength and it unlocks your spiritual abilities at a deeper way. You still hungry? Okay, you want your turkey sandwich?
No. I did want some noodles. I don't know.
I'll make you a peanut butter sandwich. Give me a second, okay? Give us about 5 minutes.
Can I?
Okay.
Can
so
I eat some
you make
noodles?
a peanut butter sandwich, babe.
Noodles?
So you can support. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. I saw that. Who is this? Pretty Brown Eyes. I just got a debit card so I can support you guys. Much love and respect, Weirdo Gang Gang. Thank you, Pretty Brown Eyes. That's sweet of you. We're trying to, you know, keep our word and do things different over here, and make sure that we do, you know, what we say we go do. We want to bring you thoughts and ideas maybe that you never had before. You know, it's a big deal to think a new thought or hear a new thought that resonates. So number 3. Traumatic memories can be accessed with crystals for healing. Also, traumatic memories become strong men in our minds to destroy our purpose in life, or our dharma, also called the dharma. So, crystals help to heal the trauma. But when you don't heal the trauma, what happens is what we used to call a strong man back in religion in the Bible, that's really what it is. It's unhealed trauma. And it begins to control you in a very totalitarian government fashion. Okay? Where you're not able to think, be, talk, act, love how you want to. Because you have this strong man, you have this traumatic memory that causes this split. Okay, this is called splitting. And all of us have been traumatized, and all of us have trauma passed down in the bloodline. So this is why doing trauma clearings, okay, doing meditations to clear karmic debt and to clear generational curses is very important right now. So if you feel drawn to revisit that, do it. So that you can take your dharma back. See, all of those boys, those young people that they sign, they're basically signing their dharma over, forfeiting their true dreams, their true purpose in life for some shit that ain't about nothing. That's the whole Jacob and Esau thing, where you sell your damn birthright for a pot of stew or some dead carcasses. I'm gonna give you these dead carcasses, and you give me your birthright type shit. That's what that is.
And then, yep.
All right, let me keep going. Because I don't want to be on too long, but I had to drop these gems on y'all. I was like, damn, we ain't dropped gems like this in so long. They might forget we can drop gems, baby. We got to bring the gems out. Yeah, you are. You are. And that's the trickery of it. So that's why they've been signing so many artists, just like I said they would in 2018. I got the notes to prove it. I can go through them, but it's going to take me a while. But I got them all right here. Number 4. Voices in our heads are either helping us or hurting us, building up cases against those who will help us. Did y'all hear that? So we have been programmed to have voices in our head that's not us speaking to us. And it's a voice that's telling you to do something that's going to hurt you or help you. So what happens is they have your mind. Let's just say somebody hit Kanye up from the woke community. I ain't even calling about it for example. Anybody we respect. They already got voices in Kanye's mind to not be with that, to not trust it, because they programmed him. Y'all have to realize that the mind is a recorder. The mind has RAM. It has it's a hard drive. So they program them through hypnosis and many other different ways of subconscious mind programming. So we can be all saying something that makes sense, but they can't act on it because they've been programmed not to. And so these voices in their minds are telling them, well, kill yourself then. Just kill yourself. Oh, you a slave and you want to get out of the contract? Kill yourself. Or they'll have a spirit of an ancestor in your bloodline who probably was an op, conjure that ancestor back up, have that ancestor come into your dreams, planting stuff in your mind and your dreams that you don't remember when you wake up. And the next thing you know, you want to kill yourself. Or you finna do something crazy, murder people. They use high magic in everything that they do. This is why they don't want us to know our heritage. They don't want us to know who our great-granddaddy, great-great-grandfather. They don't want us to know that because then we will know, do I got the mark of a thief in my bloodline? You know, according to, what's the name of that book I just got, babe?
Which one? The Work of Voodoo?
Bring that in here. Let me show that to them. Do I have a mark of a thief in my bloodline? Like, they know this stuff about us. So they know exactly how to come at us. So they get them in these contracts. So they spiritually locked out. So the people in church are spiritually locked out. And the people who sign these contracts get spiritually locked out. It don't leave nobody but us. We are anchoring the new earth. We are anchoring the new earth.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about? I can't wait to get into this. Y'all need to go get this book.
Awakening to My African Spiritual Heritage.
Y'all need to go get this book.
By Sharon Calder.
You listen to the introduction of this and you just be like, whoo. I mean, it's deep. It is deep. But she wanted to find out her heritage and find out why certain things kept happening in her family. A lot of us got that, but they know that. So see, a lot of people not looking at the spiritual side of what's happening and why Nick Cannon backpedaled. And now he's feeling some kind of way, possibly suicidal, so they say. And why Tamar did what she did, even if she didn't really do it or was set up. Why all of this is happening. Why would the Riviera girl take her son out on the lake and it's choppy? And it's a place where people die all the time. They should have a sign up to say don't swim in it. Like, these are rituals. These are sacrifices to stay in power because we awaken and we messing shit up. And they like, we got to do something. So listen to this. Rappers are poison to the earth. They are following a script given to them by the Ashkenazi Jews. This includes rappers and drug dealers, and many times they are both. This is intentional. This is their demonic agenda. As long as they keep them making money and being able to do things that's illegal and they don't get in the trouble they should for it, that makes them feel like they buddy with them. So it make them feel like the slave that's inside the house with the master. Because I was at the master's house the other night. We were in at the cabana with the master. You know what I'm saying? We went to the island with the master. We had all kinds of parties. For real. Same shit. Same shit. They just repacked same shit, new toilet. All right, so we got number 6. The Inferno, or the high-level demon in the show, has won the trust of the family to infiltrate and bring destruction to the bloodline, hoping to obtain the ring of Solomon, the son of man. Dr. Phil Valentine broke down Solomon so beautiful. And it's basically the sun and the moon, the sun and the man, the woman, the mother and the son. It's representative of life. It has the same representation as the Ankh, is what it is speaking of. So the bloodline, hoping to obtain the ring of the Solomon to release all the demons that are trapped. Now, what ring was that? That was CERN. They were using CERN to call up some of the demons that been trapped away
in real time.
And so that's how they were unlocking some of these primordial deities that were locked away using CERN. And how was CERN shaped?
Like a ring.
Like a ring. Okay? Like a wedding band.
Lord of the
You go
Rings.
look at CERN from the top. It looks like a wedding band. Real talk. That's the Solomon's temple right there. Y'all ain't never heard this before. I know. I don't know why I've been here this for a whole year. Just be holding out. But I'm not holding out no more. I be little in my mind. I be belittle myself. But that ain't cool. So, he used the phone to drop the pin of his location. This proves that devices and technology are the new forms of witchcraft. Dropping pins, apps to track your boyfriend or girlfriend is scrying. Let's just be clear about that. For the Christians who think that we are wrong for scrying, they scry as well whenever they drop pins and whenever they GPS and whenever they're tracking somebody else's location and where they are scrying and practicing a form of scrying and divination.
Well, you know, if we're not conscious about what we're doing, when we're using these when we're using these devices, our cell phones, that's what it is.
And look, the phone is black, just like the mirrors witches use on the phone.
Yeah.
The phone's ability to FaceTime is what the ancients call Eve's spirit, using crystal balls, black mirrors, and dark water. Number 7. Sigils were used by Mario Van Peebles to track his son while he was going to meet the family to save them from the demon. We can use sigils to protect, and they can be used to trap demons for personal gain. This is what all major corporations have been doing since corporations began. The corporations is just the way Illuminati set up their marketplace. And it ain't about the money. It's about our attention. Because that's where they get energy from. Our attention. Oh, yeah, them Roz Band lectures about CERN was so good. I was still a Christian back then, but I was watching them shows.
Because they feeding off our energy. And what we give our attention to is where our energy goes.
Yep. This isn't a book.
No, this is not a book.
We watched Superstition, the show, and then I wrote a book.
Basically.
I wrote a book. It needs to be a book, honestly. I just need help editing and stuff like that. But yeah, I write books. And that's what this is. It's good though, ain't it? You know, like it deserves to be in a book. Yeah. Okay, so the next thing, these people, now let me talk about the people we talked about at the top of the show, from August Alsina to Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, you know, they caught up, okay? And I still do not think, even if we all came together, I don't know. I don't think that we would be able to dethrone the cabal. I don't. A lot of us are just now awakening, just now learning. I think that the war is going to be won in the fifth dimension only. Fourth dimension is the crossfire. And that's where we at right now. So we're fighting. We got one hand and a bunch of family members in 3D back here. We got 5D up ahead. We see it. And then it's us right here in the present, in the middle, trying to change the timelines, trying to quantum jump to 5D. It's the only way we're going to win. That's what I think. It says these people are owned just like slaves were owned. These people must ensure repayment with interest to their masters by any means necessary for their houses, their cars, their businesses, and whatever else. Those who refuse to be controlled end up like Tupac, Biggie, and Pimp C, as well as Kanye and Prodigy. They can stage the situation to look any way they wanted to, because guess what? They own the media just like they own the artist. The Sedition Act and the Alien Freeing Act says anything said or used in movies, media, and journalism must be approved by the government. Just make sure y'all heard that. This means nothing they want to hide will be exposed, or you will face federal charges.
That's the gag.
This works for Nick Cannon. They can use this in court.
They use it on everybody.
Yeah, but that act is they're still using it. Though they claim this law was expired, it remained in effect today under Title 50 of the United States Code. Do your own research with the info that you have here. We perish for lack of knowledge and understanding. Happy hunting. So we have the rest of that. That is based on, we have a lot more based on the Get Out analysis that we did, which is extremely deep. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to make this available. We're going to make this available on Patreon that we're working on. We're going to post the decodings of the movies that we've done, from Get Out to... it was another one that was a really big deal. Mountains Between Us. We're going to talk about that. We're going to go into detail. We're going to talk about how Dave Chappelle fit into the whole thing. Remember, he came to Kanye's side. Think about it. If Kanye was the one in the movie, then who was this in the movie? Sure looked like a Dave Chappelle replacement to me. Y'all see how this set up? Kanye says that the movie Get Out was about me. And then you go back to it. I go back to when I was putting this together, this teaching, this lesson right here. Look at that. And it's pictures that make them look way more like than this. So I just picked the first ones I saw. So if you want to have access to that, all you got to do is become a member on Patreon. And so we don't have it completed yet. We're getting it completed. We just want to give y'all a heads up of what to look for. So we got a lot coming. Oh, and 2 more things. We got the potions coming. After that, we're going to have the Sedona, Arizona package coming, where we're going to that's like some strong ass potions to get it done. It's going to come with a meditation. We got the merch. And be on the lookout for new crystals that Ernest is about to release. Y'all see his crystal game is A1. So, just make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss it. Okay? Yes, Prodigy was special.
Yes.
I felt a special connection with him with Hegelian dialect, and also just because of his struggles with sickle cell like me. You have to be a very strong person to have sickle cell and still be able to accomplish things and accomplish a level of success. It's very hard. Thank you, Flex. So I'm just thankful to be here. I'm like one of the last warriors standing. Everybody I grew up with that had sickle cell, they gone. Ain't nobody left. If I want to talk to them, I got to talk to them over a blue candle. You know what I'm saying? And burn petitions. Because it's just me. And so that really touched me when they took him out. And really touched me hard when they took Dr. Sabi out, because I felt like I was about to get healed at that point. I was going to fly out to where he was. I was saving up money to fly to Honduras so he could heal me. Because trying to do it on my own wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? So it's yeah, it's deep. But yes. So if you want the movie analysis, decoding these movies, y'all said it sounded like a book. It is really, really good information, and most of the information that I get don't come from other people's books. I channel it, and then I find books that have it in there, and I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, well, for the people who still need proof, you know how Jesus, he was just like, they was demanding a sign, you know what I'm saying? You like, you know, no, I ain't. But I try to go find, I'm open to signs for people who still need them. Because some people like, where your scholarship at? You call yourself Camps in the Oracle. Well, that's why I'm an oracle. You know, the wisdom is locked within me. It's locked within you.
What about the movie Dr. Sleep?
Now I heard that one mentioned in the chat too. On red pill stuff. So yeah, we're gonna have to check that out. So I think that was everything. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us know, Jocelyn. She said she couldn't sleep after that. Yeah. That must be why it's called that.
Yeah.
Be careful with these movies too. We just explained to you how high magic happens on the silver screen.
Yeah.
Okay? When you go from black screen magic to silver screen magic, that's a whole other level. That's a magic that's created to capture the minds of masses of people at one time and put them into a hive mind and cause all of them to think alike. That's why when Exorcist came out, people went and saw it, and they went home, and all kinds of weird tragedies and stuff was happening. People was dying back to back, and I was a Christian back then, and I remember saying, no, that ain't something you should go see. Because from when I was a little girl and I saw it, it made me feel like it was opening some type of gateway up in me. And I told my mom, I don't want to watch this. I feel like it's opening something up. And she was like, what are you talking about? I feel like it's opening up something inside of me that I don't want to be in me. Real talk. Really, Quita, steaming pine needles. Now, I do have some herbs. I'm going to screenshot that. I do have some herbs that's got pine in it. From my acupuncturist. Pine needle herbs, and he put it in a little ball. And I take it. That might be something similar. But taking it in through the nose, that's different. Okay. Well, send me some more information if you can find something to send me where I can read through it, you know, and step by step and all of that. Yeah, that'll be good. So yeah, like I was saying, this war is a war of many dimensions. Okay, this is a multi-dimensional war. We are multi-dimensional beings. We have awakened to that, which means that all of this is happening over us. The awakening ones, the star seeds. All of this is happening because of us. And the universe on our side. Universe got our back. The first shall be last and the last shall be first. A lot of people don't know what they really mean. What are the mansions in my Father's house? That's us returning back to the mansions in the heavens when we leave this life, to be posted up in the cosmos where we was always supposed to be anyway. But we're going to be conscious of it. We're on the way there with a conscious mind. That's the only way you go to the cosmos with the ancestors, as if you are conscious when you die.
That's right.
If you are not conscious when you die, you go into the light, i.e. the reincarnation machine. Your ass get recycled and you get spit back out down here into another bullshit ass dysfunctional family, bullshit ass exes, and have to go through that shit all over again.
Yep. Yep. The jewels of God.
Yeah, they call them the jewels of God, but they not, you know. They call themselves the jewels of God. Matter of fact, we just got through sharing the documentary that Red Pill was discussing about the 1666, the Frankish guy. We posted the documentary on the community tab of our page on our channel on YouTube. So go to the community tab so that you can watch that documentary. It's a little over an hour long, and it's going to explain a lot of what we've been talking about with you, and you will get to see it from, you know, get a deeper insight into the details of this, of the Khazar, the one that won't let you say Semitic without saying you being anti-Semitic.
Right.
They work with primordial energies that are very, very powerful, that demand a lot of blood, that demand a lot of souls. And to me, you can't fight fire with that unless you finna be with that shit. So let's vibrate our asses up out of this dimension to where they can't even function anymore here because the frequency too high. That's the goal. You work on you, leveling up your frequency, and that's going to push them out. Our temples, literally our light bodies, God bodies, are becoming light bodies, crystalline structures. They're allergic to that. They are allergic to wokeness. This is why Neo-wise, the comet, Neo means the one, wise, the wise one, that comet. That's the energy that's coming in. It's the energy of the wise ones coming to the wise ones, as above, so below. Comets are these gases and this ice. Ice contains things, and it keeps them preserved. Gas allows things to become so small in particles that they can be inhaled. Think about it. So the star that's been sending a radio signal every 16 days, now you got Comet Neo-wise coming through here that you can see right now. Y'all asked us to speak on this, so I'm speak on this right before we get off of here. That's why this happened. Then you got Ophiuchus, this new 13th star, this 13 zodiac situation, changing our zodiacs.
Y'all might want to check into that.
Just go with what resonates with you. If they switch your stuff up and you still feel like Aries, you are Aries. You know what I'm saying? Because you God. You got this. So you are what you say you are. But just check the game. Yeah, the zodiacs are changing. Yes, the solar system has changed. We know. But when you look at Ophiuchus and what Ophiuchus represents, then you understand what's going on with that as well. Adding that 13th in there. See, the Mayan calendar go by the moons. This is the 13-month calendar. Okay? So the 13 star astrology is simply us being in this multi-dimensional universe where our ways of seeing things are starting to split. And all of a sudden, this is 2 things. This is 3 things. Oh, you can see this 4 ways. That's what's happening because we're becoming multi-dimensional. But we are the wise ones. And the comet is coming to rain down on us with that Betelgeuse energy coming in, supernova energy coming in, and we getting light body activated, baby. So, you know, meditate, Eat electric food. Put living food in your body. You know, drink plenty of water, spring water, alkaline water, ionized water. Do some grounding with Mother Earth is so important. That's why the Sedona package we're putting together is going to be so important. This is going to be to help ground you into the energy of the first mother. I think I will kind of consider Mother Earth our first mother, all of us on this planet. She's the one that holds us and supports us. She supports our asses when we sit on chairs. She supports us when we walk outside to get in our vehicles. She is the one that supports us when we're driving all through the world, valleys and mountains. It is Mother Earth who supports us. She's the one that keeps her heart beating so that our heart will continue to beat. Schumann resonance. She's the one. Her heart beat fast sometimes, way faster than it should. What's going on, mama? That means some shit going on. She letting you know some shit finna pop off. See?
That's good. Yeah.
So everything that we're doing is big, and that's why we're trying to take our time and rolling this stuff out. But thank y'all so much. I mean, y'all got so much to look forward to. I'm so glad we small. Hopefully it stay like this and we can keep doing what we're doing. It's so beautiful. It's just so much knowledge that we have to share. And really, to be honest with you, if I had a team of people to help me, I could churn out more. But it's so much. And sometimes I don't meet, since I'm the oracle and my baby here, he's my supporter. You know what I'm saying? He's my rock. He's the one that helps me with production and everything. So yeah, it is a team, but it's, as far as the voice of the channel, I'm kind of like the voice of the channel because I'm the channeler. So, you know, a lot of things come through me and then they come through him, but a lot of my lessons come directly through Ernest. So it's a really beautiful thing. He's a man of few words. He don't need to say a lot. You know, who he is enough. And yeah, I know y'all recognize that. And my baby's fine.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you guys for so much for your work. Thank you, BB Live.
Well, you know, what can I say?
Oh, Lord, don't do it again. Do it again.
you're
Do it
being
again.
silly.
Do it again.
I just said, well, you know, what can I say? Yeah.
Y'all, he should let y'all see that side of him more. He hilarious. I'm bringing him out of his shell. He ain't want to do none of this when we first got together. And now he want all the smoke.
With all the smoke.
All the screen time.
I soak it up.
But yeah, so we love y'all. We thank y'all. We've been on here for 82 minutes. It's always 82. Look how much we love y'all. We just don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. We just get on here. Y'all family, man. Y'all family. We are a family. But let's hold each other down, okay? Let's send up prayers for those who are wanting to take their own lives and stuff like that. Like, we're against the cabal, and that's a lot. And I think we explain, I hope that we explain it to y'all in a way where you got all of the details for those of you who have not been in this community for a long time and maybe just really came out of church and stuff. You know, I hope we were able to be that bridge for you into higher consciousness, because that's what we committed to do. Oh, Ashe, thank you for the donation. May everything that you need be sent back to you 30, 60, 100 fold.
Miss Anita Stevens.
Miss Anita Stevens, thank you, Anita. Yes, those donations definitely make a difference. This is how we're going to be able to do all the stuff that we're doing. Oh, can we tell them about the other surprise, or is it too soon? We can't tell them. It's too soon.
Hold on, hold off on that one.
It's too soon. I can't tell. He said I can't tell y'all about the other one.
Hold off on that one.
Just hold up and stay tuned. And yeah, stay tuned, coming. Okay? Nah, I can't spill the beans, Flex. I can't spill it. I can't spill it. Yeah, but secure yourselves tonight, okay? Put salt around your bed if you've been having crazy dreams. Don't let them be coming in your dreams and stuff on the astral realm targeting you. Targeted individuals are not just targeted when we're woke. We're targeted when we're asleep too. You know, spirits will come and stop your breathing. Spirits will come and just cause you to have terrifying nightmares. You wake up with scratches, all that old shit. Like, stop that. Put some salt around the bed, a cup of water under your bed. Ancestors, I need y'all to post up for us while we sleep, because we've been having some weird stuff going on, and I want to get a good night's sleep tonight. It's that simple. Okay?
What's the question? And we can go. What happens to the elite in the fifth dimension? Well, they definitely won't be elite.
They won't be elite no more.
That's for sure.
Man, not
Tables
much of
turn.
nothing. They can't even get there.
Yeah.
That's why they fighting so hard and willing to kill their own to stay here because they can't get there. But they need to keep their food source here.
Right.
They need our consciousness.
And unconscious people is the food
is the
source.
food source.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they feed off of. Ignorance. It's bliss for them.
And so the only way that they can keep their food source is to intentionally keep everybody ignorant. And so that's why everything is the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't let them dumb you down, okay? Stop pulling up on Mickey D's. Don't pull up on Taco Bell no more after this. Be done with it. Be like, you know what? I ain't doing it no more. Stop pulling up on Popeyes.
Or wean yourself off of it.
Yeah. Wean yourself.
It's easier said than done.
Yeah. Do it a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time. Exactly. They call us worthless shitters. Even worse. You know? All right, y'all. Well, we love y'all. He ain't gonna let me spill the beans, but just stay tuned.
Not this time, Flex.
You're right.
Yeah, we still got it. We getting it all in order. So.
And we are gonna make that book available to y'all. Okay.
We got books.
We got books to make available.
We got love. We got our love stuff rolling out. Yeah.
I found the book today and sent it to Ernest. It's perfectly legal the way that you're going to be able to view this book.
Oh, yeah. So we will share that.
So, yeah, we're going to share the book by Jared Diamond, which is Guns, Germs, and Steel. One of my favorites because I like to talk about hip-hop and violence and how that happened. But it's a really good book to understand why the virus and now why hip-hop. And you see how they doing it, though. You know, they play the same games over and over. As long as the games keep working, they keep playing these same moves.
What about DoorDash? What's up with DoorDash? I don't know.
I don't know nothing about DoorDash.
What's happening with DoorDash? Just kidding.
That was funny. Look, you can't fake us. You didn't think the Oracle was going to fall for that one, did it? Went ahead in here saying something like she just made all that up. DoorDash ain't got nothing going on.
Look. Only thing we probably would have said is how much they charge for their deliveries.
I know,
That's
right?
all we can say.
Are they cheaper than Uber Eats?
Right.
All right, y'all. Peace, love, as we would always say. Man, your third eye has just been kissed. Peace.